Right, yes, hi all, hi all. So yeah, next video. So Johnny's Nike Mag replicas. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this as the next project. So you can see, yeah, all the parts are here, apart from one of the power units. So the guys at EL Wirecraft accidentally sent me one of the higher powered ones plus one of the standard ones, and the high powered ones for these are basically they hum like quite loud, whereas these standard ones you can hear them, but they're much quieter, and so you don't need a higher powered one. It's no brighter, it just means it can handle more panels at the same brightness. So that's that. So we've got obviously got the shoes. These are the AliExpress shoes. These are, I would say, a new version because you press the button on the back here and you have different lighting options. All, in my opinion, look bad. You know, good enough to wear, obviously, you know, fancy dress, but not good enough to sort of roll with properly. But you know, the rest of the shoe, amazing, really nice shoe, such great value, well made, solid, all that sort of stuff. The guys in the factory, they always need to put this upside down all the time. That's always fit upside down, but no problem. You just unvelcro it, switch it around, job done. But because about these shoes from AliExpress is they come with a clear sole, which is legendary. Such a great improvement over the soles we had, you know, a year or 18 months ago when they were sort of yellow. These new soles, clear, beautiful. Again, you can look closely at them. You know, they just need a bit of work. You know, you can sort of see that there's someone, you know, here who's sort of basically blind, has cut out this, you know, not very neatly, obviously. But you know what, for the price point, they're a great shoe to start off with. So what we're going to do for these are some of the parts we're going to be using, except for these, we're not using these, unfortunately. So let's go for, first of all, we've got the power units. So this is the inverter that I always use. Obviously you can unclip it, put a small one on if you want to, but I like these because they're 3 volts. The batteries last for ages and ages, easy to get the batteries out, put a new set of batteries in. If you want to keep them on display in your car or on display at home, whatever, super easy. And over winter, if you're leaving them in the car like I do, you can take the batteries out, and you haven't got to worry about lipos in the soles, which die over winter pretty much, you know, swiftly. You know, and I just know that I can take a spare set of batteries with me if I want to, and I'm good to go all day with those shoes. Happy days. I'm also fitting the EL Wirecraft Nike panels here. I'm going to fit those into the straps. And lots of videos on the internet about how to fit them. It's not simple to fit, but they look good, which is cool. These are amazing. These are, again, the half moon panels from EL Wirecraft. Love those, absolutely beautiful. And these are the green, yellow, red panels from Etsy. These are actually getting very rare to get hold of now because they've basically sold out of them, or they had a couple left and they're sold out. So if you want it from Etsy, grab them quickly because these are going to go. Now, the thing with these panels here is they're obviously wafer thin, so these are pretty bright. These aren't so bright when you compare to LEDs, but the LEDs are obviously random colours. They sort of like a bit overpowering, whereas these are quite dull. So it's kind of like you kind of want a mixture of both. You kind of want these to be brighter, you know, and these to be more defined, but that's just what it is. But yes, these are still good. Also got the glue here, so you always use a whole tube of this Loctite. This is the one I always use, and I always use a little bit of this glue here as well, which dries clear. This one here actually would stain the fabric if you make a cock up. That goes clear, but this glue is much better. So you kind of use a combination of both, but mostly all of this tube. Bear in mind you want to walk in these shoes as well. These are a set of LEDs that effectively came out of that type of shoe that I just wanted to sort of show for comparison. So if I switch that on, you can see they're much brighter, but not as well defined. You know, these obviously have green on them. These don't even have green on them. So these, whilst these are much brighter, these are much more movie-like. You know, switch it off. So that's those. Now the reason we got these is because if we want to put the bubbles on, the upgraded bubbles, we have to buy the bubbles with these from our main man Air Mag King. So unfortunately we can't use these, because if you were to use these and fit them, firstly these are a different colour to these, so you'd have to, well, ideally you have to repaint these and respeckle these to match. Plus also these are bigger than these, so if you do fit these, then you're going to have the overspray of the glue from the old glue, which obviously was stained into the fabric. So you'll fit them, then you'll see a disgusting old glue mark around the edges in certain positions, mainly around this section here. So they'll look awful from that aspect, but they'll look quite good when you look from behind, of course. So some swings and roundabouts here, but I don't fit those because you'll see all the glue and they'll just look crap. So that's that. But these are amazing. Now the bubbles that come with the shoes, they're clear bubbles, but they're always a bit crap. You can see all the LEDs through them. You know, it's good because they're nice and cheap and they're bright. So that's fair play. But these look amazing on the shoe. So if I get a pair, imagine if these are hidden, put behind here. They're frosted. They're thick. They're 3D. They look amazing, but they're not very good with these because, of course, these are thick. So it's a bit of swings and roundabouts, but you see what I mean? You fit those on there. You know, they're not particularly bright, but they're very, very well defined. Obviously, bear in mind, yeah, this is I've got the lamp on, and it's you know, it's not too dark. So at night time they'll look much, much better, but just gives you an idea of the differences. And obviously, you know, the owners can have whatever ones they want. You know, these kind of these often covered in glue, cut out a bit of crap, they don't fit spot on. These are much thicker and more blurry and they're not as bright, but the light looks better underneath them, so it's really swings and roundabouts which one somebody wants. But anyway, that's that, and you have to buy those in order to get those. So those are going to go on as well. And then of course we've also got the 3D printed lettering from the main man, Graham Garlick, as well. So in here we have some 3D lettering. We've got the 3D Nike mag lettering. So what I do for these, again, there's videos on YouTube. I basically just warm these up either in hot water or under the hot air gun just for a few seconds, and then form them whilst they're soft to the shoe, then take them off and then just glue them on nice and neat in their correct positions, and they'll look absolutely legendary on there as well. So that's that. So cool. So yeah, I'm basically going to plan on in a few days time take this all apart, get all this old electronics ripped out, and start installing the new electronics, glue this back down again, fit the Nike into the strap here, fit the loom in, and yeah, and go from there. And then of course I'll also put on the custom made swoosh that I cut out by hand as well, out of probably out of foam, I expect, and put on there. So bear in mind, they know that these are shoes which aren't designed to be taken apart. They're fully customized. They're never perfect, but I always do the best job I can do, depending on what I'm stuck with, what sort of how good the glue is, what sort of materials there are, you know, all this sort of stuff, you know. So it's a lot of effort, but it's a lot of fun as well to make these look amazing. And I say they never look perfect, but they look way, way better than they look right now. Cool. Thanks all. And yeah, this is video 1, and yeah, I'll do another video, at some point soon. Cool. Cheers. All the best.